Hello there, this is Julie Leggett Art. Welcome back to all my subscribers. Sorry I've not been on for such a long while. Been so busy with lots of different projects and things. Now there was one lady that asked me what I did with the painted fabric that I stitched. I don't know if you remember back, I did quite a big sheet and used brush show and acrylic paints, and then what I continued to do with it was just to follow the pattern of the shapes that the paint made with stitch. Now obviously it did look different to this when it was done, because what I did was I cut it all up into little squares and stitched them all back together in a pleasing way that I liked, sort of aesthetically, and then I made it into this little box. Obviously I didn't show on the channel how I made the box, but I will do that at a later date. I just wanted to show you what I did with this particular one. But it is so easy to do these boxes. It literally is just squares of fabric. Now I used a plain square of fabric on the bottom. Oh, I've got a piece of cotton there. That's annoying me. I just have to cut that off. Oh, it's off. There you go. And then put my squares into quarters with 4 squares in each section, and then I used some iron-on interfacing. Now one thing I wish that I had done is that I'd used a much stiffer interfacing, because it's quite floppy, this box, and I decided I would actually line it, so I cut squares to complement it in a blue linen. And literally once I'd stitched them all together, I did hand stitch all the sides together just with an over stitch, as you can see, all the way around. I did machine stitch the internal bits and attach them, and there you go. And I use that on my next to my sewing machine really, and I put all my bits and bobs in as I'm working. Now there was another box I did, and on this one I don't really remember doing the stitching on the vintage fabric. This is really quite nice, to be honest. But I used a much stiffer backing, so this is much stiffer. And I did a little book to go in this. But I don't know if you remember this. But again, this is just stitched vintage fabric, and again I followed patterns on the fabric, and I had these little pixies, I suppose they were, that actually were on some vintage fabric, and incorporated those in. There's just the one pixie on the front there, and it's just a mix of vintage fabric, as you can see, and I lined that one with green. Now that was done in much the same manner as this one, both completely different, as you can see, but both are useful. I just grabbed the book that I did for this one. Now it's got a little bit creased in there, but I did a little book which I did a 3-fold, again on vintage fabric, and this one has a little pixie on the front to complement. And what I plan to do is do some fabric stitching and pop that in. But the idea is that fits inside the little container, so you've got your fabric book inside, which is quite nice. I did do another little book as well. Again, this was done with card inside, and again this is fabric, vintage fabric again, well, part vintage, because that's not vintage there. And again the plan is to actually get some pages in there as well at some time in the near future. Okay, so thank you for watching, and I will show you how to make these boxes up at a later stage. Okay, thank you for watching. Bye for now.